Hello neighbors, it's Crazy Double D with HD Gaming Live, and I'm here with another review. The Witch and the 100 Night Revival Edition. Was it worthy of being revived? Let's find out. Please keep in mind I have kept the footage I show to the beginning part of the game as to not spoil anything fun, so please be aware. The Witch and the 100 Night Revival Edition, the PlayStation 4's revival of the 2013 launched PlayStation 3 RPG. Thanks to this being the Revival Edition, the graphics have been upgraded significantly, and while its last-gen inception still shows, this version sparkles by comparison. There's an added Tower of Illusion, a new dungeon, and a nice bonus. You even get to summon up Metalia, the witch herself, to unleash her skills on your foes. In The Witch and the 100 Night, you play as the 100 Night, hired by the witch Metalia, whom I always call Metallica. Yeah! She has you do her bidding and spread her swampy territory around. Prepare yourself for dialogue. That, unless you play NIS games regularly, can really be overwhelming, both in how much there is and the actual content of the dialogue.
Yeah, you are... Don't open that bile-encrusted mouth, you vomiting whore!
Luckily, the story was fun and the witch Metalia was so over the top it makes her speeches fun to sit through. You never know what this crazy little Miss Lady was going to do next. Using the power of the PlayStation 4, these swampy lands have been updated with new textures, lighting, and models. You are given an isometric view of the world, a Diablo-esque fashion. The UI is overly colorful and pops, but is somehow not intrusive to the gameplay or the world. Except for one thing, I'll come back to that. The environments give a vibe of Diablo 3 meets vanilla World of Warcraft. It's playfully dark. The cutscenes are gorgeously drawn. There's a range of artwork from beautiful drawn backgrounds that could be a canvas print above your mantle fireplace, to perfectly classical anime that's animated just enough to convey the character's mood. The music is like an audio journey. I felt like the game could tell a story just through the music alone. Quite a treat. Voiceovers can be heard in Japanese or English, so you hardcore fans can get the original feel if you feel like it. But don't be too quick to sway away from English. The voiceover is a lot more well done than I was expecting. Doesn't detract from the experience at all.
I believe you can expect a wonderfully rejuvenating effect from this dish. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
The only issue with audio that I had was the freaking footsteps. Holy crap, they're loud and annoying. Since it takes a bunch of steps for your little knight to go. The game does a great job of putting you in the shoes of this mindless 100 Night minion. Through dialogue and text prompts, you are continually berated by comments that make you feel small and weak. The voice acting helps this due to how the witch would use her inflections to really take you down a peg. Metalia is a crazy, badass mother with one hell of a temper. A bully with deadly powers.
Yep, dumb as a bag of hammers.
Combat at first will seem horribly tedious and lackluster, but just you wait. You have weapon sets. You will equip 5 different weapons. Depending on what slot you equip it to and which type of weapon it is, will affect how effective your weapon set is. Each weapon set can have 5 different weapons. There's 5 different weapon sets, so you could just be switching out weapon sets like it's hot. Each time you attack, you will pull out a different weapon. Each weapon type has its own attack pattern, range, and skills, making the combat animation look awesome, as well as putting that much more strategy into your hack and slash experience. A small note, well, rather a big note, there's a circle that depicts your stamina. Attack too much, too fast, or run too long, and you will have to wait for it to fill back up. Okay, that's fine. But this circle appears smack dab in the middle of the attack animation. The enemies and attack animations are beautiful, and it's completely covered up by this annoying stamina circle. Major visual bummer. You battle your way through the level watching your G-Cal timer. This timer is basically how long you can be away from Metalia and her swamp at any one given time. So each level is timed, essentially. A different concept, but I got used to it and I was quick to see the appeal. You smash enemies, collect loot from fallen creatures, treasure chests, or from digging them up. When you store those items in your backpack, your stomach sack, yes, you eat all the loot you acquire in the level and store it in your tiny cute tummy. Oh. When a level is completed, the loot you gathered is now available to be equipped. Through each level, there are these plant pillars. There you will be able to spend points earned in the current level to upgrade things like attack power, health points, defense, or even add more time to the ticking G-Cal clock. Using these pillars in the right way is crucial to surviving the level. These will also act as save points and exit doors, so anyone you come up to, you can bounce back to the swamp, collecting all your items and XP earned in that session. So you decide how your trips into the levels go. Grind out the time for XP and items, rush through to get to the boss or town. Play the game how you feel. When back at the swamp, you have the choice to go into the witch Metalia's home. You can try to raid it for a dope demon blade. Not gonna happen because you're not high enough yet. But you can also visit the different parts of the home. Some rooms will provide you with power-ups, like switching up your facet. Your facet will change your proficiencies and skills. Each facet is leveled up individually, so for most of my time I stuck with the stock facet. These will also change your appearance a bit. Cool. As you kill monsters, some may drop an item called Anima. Any fans of the anime Soul Eater? That's basically what these are. They are souls of the killed creature. You can exchange this anima for things like decreasing your karma with the townsfolk, or exchanging mana for in-game currency. These can even be used to upgrade weapons and equipment. Any building in the game with a visible door can be entered and raided. You will fight the owners for the family treasure. So metal. You could just visit with the tenants, but where's the fun in that? When raiding a building, it will give you info like what type of building it is, who the owner is, and what treasure they have. But each building has a level associated with it, telling you what the chances of dominating it are before you step foot inside the abode. If you lose the automated battle... Get out of here, dog! Jeez, man! If you lose the automated battle, you will be kicked out. The animation of raiding a house is just perfect. Raiding houses will raise your karma. This will make townsfolk more and more angry with you, raising prices at the storefronts or even attacking you on sight. Even though your knight doesn't speak English, he still has a say in what he feels or what actions he wants to take through the use of self-assertion. Your little 100 knight can convey how he feels about certain situations to the people of the world. A nice little mechanic that gives you the feeling that you are more than just a mindless drone. These assertions can affect the outcome of a conversation and evoke different reactions based on who you're talking to. Also, as a minion, you can summon a minion. These things are called tachkas. Tachkas are minions of your own, so like a minionception. Each tachka has its own abilities that will help battles and even help access previously inaccessible parts of the map. It's like a Pokemon game within this game. Gotta catch 'em all. Boss battles. At the end of an area, there's a boss battle. You study its attack patterns, dodge smartly, and attack at the right times to conquer them. Honestly, I started to feel bad for some of these bosses.
Your life ends right now. Burn and die in agony. Ah!
might of the 100 Knight and the Swamp Witch Metalia was too much for these people to handle, and my feelings. With the Revival Edition, you get this new Tower of Illusion, which is a seemingly endless, procedurally generated tower that tasks you with the clearing floors of increasingly tough enemies. You can manage to clear a floor. You can either leave the tower, claiming any loot you've swallowed along the way, or attempt to clear the next floor. When you die, you lose some of what you picked up, and you can simply retry the floor until you clear it or you quit. This new tower seems to be generous with its loot. I was able to pick up a few weapons of epic rarity within just a few plays. Alchemy is also introduced, but it boils down to upgrading weapons with catalysts picked up from the Tower of Illusion. The only issue I had with this game, besides a weird difficulty spike every now and again that forced me to grind out some levels first, was getting lost behind the scenery is a thing! Going under a large tree, you can lose track of your little guy. Quite a frustrating thing, since all modern isometric view games have solved this issue in various ways. If Nippon Ichi Software has taught me anything about their games, it's that there's no such thing as too much. They take regular game mechanics and warp them into hours of gameplay, giving you the feeling of direct control in your character's development. It's a thing of beauty. The game mechanics have their own game mechanics. It's absurd in the best way. This same thought process makes its way into The Witch and the 100 Knight as well. So many small nuances that mentioning each one would make this video an hour long. I never got the chance to play this on PS3, so getting the chance to do so on PS4 was a treat. The art style, music, and gameplay are unique enough to keep my attention, but easy to pick up and master. If you're looking for a game that will give you hours and hours of gameplay that will constantly be changing and morphing, this is a buy. Hell, I would even say if you don't think this looks good, buy it anyway. You will be surprised just how deep the game mechanics go and how simple they are to understand. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm gonna go sink into my couch and put more hours into this game. Rock on. Hey, neighbors! Hope you liked the review and found it informative enough to make a purchase. Or not. I really appreciate the comments. Keep rocking, and I'll see you at the next block party.